back. Today we are actually going to start putting the motor together. If you saw in my last video, we got some clearances on the pistons. Got our piston wall clearance. Whew. Yeah. Oh yeah, she's ready to be put together. But today we're actually going to be unboxing the crank and getting the clearances done on it, and start getting all this starting to assemble. Got some assembly lube over there from the last build. I put the cam in, so we should be good. I've already opened the bearings. We want King Racing bearings. That's what came in the kit. Sorry for the fan. It's freaking hot in here. So yeah, we're gonna get started on this. I'm gonna unbox the crank and get everything moved out of the way, so that way we can start assembling it. So yeah, let me get started. All right, so we got the crank undone. That's the part number. This is Cali Comp Star crank. Oh yeah, she's pretty, definitely. They even put keyway in here for me, so that's nice of them. So yeah, now get to start putting the rest of the bearings in. Alright, so yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and get the bearings knocked out, put them in, and that way we can put the crank in and get some clearances. So let's get started. Now, these LS motors, they have oil galleys right here where they lubricate the crank. Make sure you put the bearings with the holes in them on the, I guess, top, bottom. It just depends on how you look at it, but you see how mine are done? That's how you do them. So we're gonna finish putting up the bearings on the thing. I can't even think of the name of them. Anyways, we're gonna finish putting the bearings in and get this crank put on. So let's get started. Now, so we got the crank. Got the crank put in. We're fixing to do the clearances on it. Well, I'm gonna do somewhat clearancing. We're gonna be using plastic gauge, just because I ain't got an inside dial. So from what the machine shop told me, he said 0.025, or yeah. Yeah, 0.0025 or something other along them lines right there. If you see any other YouTubers, they've done it, and as long as I got enough clearance, it'll be all right. So we're gonna finish putting that on. We're gonna actually torque down to the ARP head studs. We're gonna torque them down and get our measurements. Go from there. So yeah, another thing. Don't try to put your crank in with the head studs in. Yeah, it wasn't working out for me. I was being as careful as I was. So we're gonna get this done, and probably gonna put y'all on time lapse, just depending on if my battery decides to die. But she's starting to come together. About time. And it's raining. Poor Camaro's out in the rain, but I had to have the garage today. So yeah, gonna go ahead and oh crap. I gotta get out in the rain. Yeah, so needless to say, I gotta go get the washers, and yeah, I'm gonna torque them down and get the clearances. This thing's coming on together, y'all. Won't be much longer. Only thing I gotta get is some ring filers, and gotta get a piston ring compressor so I can knock them down into the block. But yeah, let me get started on this. Looks like I might be getting a little wet, so I'll see y'all here shortly. All right, so we're back. We ain't got the stuff I need. You see the old cam bearings right there. Sorry for the fan, but y'all, it's just too dang hot here in Alabama. We're gonna add some ARP lubricant to all of them. That way we can get them all torqued down and get the torque sequence. I'm gonna have to look at the torque sequence because I can't can't think of it off the top of my head, but we're gonna go ahead and get started on that. Get these torqued down, get them off, and I'll probably just go ahead and torque them down off camera and get them done. That way we can go ahead and see what the reading is, and that's probably gonna be a wrap for this video. This is probably gonna be a multi-part video. I still gotta put the rods and pistons together. I gotta wait on ring filer, a piston ring compressor, and just other stuff we gotta wait on. I still gotta order valves for the heads. Can't think of what else. I got valve springs and everything, so I think I just gotta order valves for that. And I think head studs, get some gaskets, get everything, and we're getting close to being done with this. This is the hardest part, is just getting everything put together. So hopefully y'all gain some knowledge. From the front, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. From the back, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 on the main caps. Let's see what else. Just, man, one thing at a time, guys, one thing at a time. So we're gonna go ahead and get these torqued down, undo them, and go ahead and see what we're looking at as far as what our clearances are. So I'm gonna go ahead and get started on that, and I'll be right back. All right, guys, so I am officially gotten everything off. Again, excuse me for the fan, but got them all off. So let's go ahead and check these clearances. We're going to want to go to the top green one right there. See if it's in spec. Yep, that one's in spec. I believe all these are going to be in spec. Let me turn the lights on. I believe all these are going to be in spec anyway, it being brand new. I'm sure manufacturers are going to put them in spec, but it's always good to double check, because you never know. I mean, things do happen. Yep, that one's in spec. That one's a little tight, but I mean, it's there. It's not on the money. It's a little, not much. So let's see. That one's in spec. So, but again, like I said, this is, everything's probably in spec, y'all. So, yep, that one's there. So, yep. So now, get to clean up all that off. Plastic gauge off. We're gonna clean up all that. Go ahead and put some dang, I'm having brain farts today, y'all. Put some lube on it and get everything tightened down, and that's gonna be a wrap for this video. So I'm gonna get the crank out. I'm gonna put some lube on it, clean up all the plastic gauge first, and start getting ready to tighten everything down. That way we can spin her on over and be done. So I'm gonna go ahead and remove the main studs again, clean the crank up, and put some lube on it, and get her installed. All right, guys. Figure I'd record this just for, I guess, future reference. I'm very generous with this stuff, because I would rather it be too lubed up than not lubed up enough. And I've always done it. I used to use another type of lube, but this has worked good on my Camaro so far. It is still lube. So we're going to use this, and we're going to go ahead and put the crank I laid over there. I'm going to go ahead and put it on, and get the main caps on, and get the ARP studs back in. Man, I'll tell you one thing, if it's not one thing, it's another. But progress, that's all I'm doing. Progress. It's been a tough battle here. mainly waiting on things, especially anybody that's trying to get ARP head stuff with the EPA and everything. It's ridiculous. So let's go ahead and get started back on it, and let's get this thing done. So I'm gonna go ahead, get the crank on and get it tightened down, and I'll be back. All right guys, first to do the last torque sequence. And there's the instructions. We're gonna go 60 inner, outer is 50, and the side bolts are like 20. I mean, and that's the torque sequence if you're ever curious about it. They come with it. I'm gonna go ahead and knock it out, and I'm gonna spin it on over. So we'll follow that and be done. All right, there it is in its natural glory. She spins freely, no problems. So we shall see. That's gonna be it for this one, y'all. Next few videos you're gonna be seeing me put rods, pistons together, all sorts of jazz, because those sure are pretty, almost too pretty to go into the damn motor. So but yeah, I believe that's gonna end it for this video. Stay tuned. I got an update on Camaro, got a few things I've done, some things I'm going to talk about, but other than that, that's it. She's ready. She's ready for at least rods and pistons, and go from there. But until next time, we'll see y'all.